This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's talk about the Rumble, but before we do, let's talk about the build on our way here. On the January 5th episode of Raw, we would see Cesaro and Tyson Kidd attack Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, which let Adam Rose defeat Big E. And then on the January 19th episode, we would see Big E and Kofi defeat Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And later in the night, it was announced that New Day would face Cesaro, Kidd, and Adam Rose in a 6-man elimination match on the Royal Rumble kickoff show. On January 25th, it's changed to a tag team match with Cesaro and Kidd, accompanied by Rose, taking on Big E and Kingston, with Woods being unable to compete. So our first match on the show is Tyson Kidd and Cesaro getting a win over Kofi Kingston and Big E of the New Day. They go 10 minutes, 55 seconds. Meltzer gives it 2 3/4 stars. There's a lot to unpack here. This is before we're roughly a year into the New Day run. But we're still not quite as big as the New Day is going to be. We know they've still got greater heights to climb to. Unfortunately, we're not that far away from Tyson Kidd's in-ring career coming to an end after a horrible accident in a match with Samoa Joe. And that would be the end of his in-ring career. And of course, Cesaro, who we've talked about a little bit here on the show, one of the unsung heroes of that roster, and certainly an internet darling before he joined the company. But the other member of the club here is something we haven't talked about, and that's Adam Rose and the Rosebuds Act. This comes to us from NXT. It feels like it's going to be a Triple H project. It winds up including a lot of people. We would see even Sammy Guevara from AEW as one of the Rosebuds. I think once upon a time, Becky Lynch was, Braun Strowman was, it was almost a who's who at different times. It's whoever's in developmental or whoever's in that town that day. An interesting gimmick, maybe not the best gimmick. But Adam Rose had a few gimmicks before he was sort of shown the door, and we don't hear much about him anymore these days. What can you tell us about Adam Rose and the Rosebuds?
Before we get to there, let me just double back because we haven't talked about this for just a second. I just want to say what an incredible tag team Cesaro and TJ were.
Absolutely.
I got to see them in those live events, and I got to sit down with them and see them, putting their teamwork stuff together, and comparing notes and doing all this stuff and going out and tearing it up. That was one of the bigger tragedies of this company experienced, because TJ is incredible talent. He's an incredible person. He's a smart guy. He's a good friend. He's a good employee. He's all those good things. And Natty will tell you, he's a great husband. And I think we had a horrible loss that probably didn't get the airtime it should have as far as what we had lost. And just showing a little more appreciation for that talented guy, and him and Cesaro were a great team. And I just want to make sure everybody understands, what could have been. Anyway, Moving forward to Adam Rose and his crew. I think the idea for NXT, was great. I think now we're at, and this is prior to, I think, NXT going on the road and having all the house shows that they have. Weren't they just doing TV at this time? Yeah, mostly?
I'm not sure if they were working the quote unquote coconut loop yet that they do these days. I'm not sure.
Well, that would have been drives. If it was, it would have been, and the point I'm trying to make is you want it to look like television, which means you're going to need 12, 15 rosebuds.
Everywhere you
right?
go. Yeah.
So we're always cutting costs. We're always saying we need to save money. You're cutting regular talent off of the roster who are losing their jobs, but you're going to make sure you've got 15 rosebuds at probably $300 to $500. I would just estimate this $300 to $500 per person to be at television, to be with Adam, who I got nothing but time for Adam Rose. He was nothing but a gentleman, good worker, good employee, no problem with Adam. But why would you invest that kind of money in a gimmick that was going to be in the first match? And then you have the issue of, okay, how do I get those same 15 people to the house show without paying for plane tickets or rent-a-cars or hotel rooms and all that mess? Doing that math with me as we're talking here, Conrad?
Yeah, that's a real deal.
Could be a little expensive.
Sure.
So tells me it's a bad idea. Well, then you strip him down. He doesn't have the rosebuds. You just got Adam Rose there in the live events. Boy, do you feel like you got screwed. So it was like a no-win situation either way you went. If you just had underneath in your mind that you were going to use him, if you're sitting there, you're writing these shows down and you go, this guy's never going to be anything but first match, but it's a way to let the audience up and just have some fun and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, what about the expense? You've always heard Vince didn't like tag teams. Why? Because he didn't like the double trans.
Right.
How's he going to like putting 10 rosebuds or 12 or 15 rosebuds with a plane ticket in their hand? Probably not going to get over so well. That's the big drawback that I saw with it.
Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future clips that we upload. We hope we made you laugh, and we hope we can save you some money right now at SaveWithConrad.com.